When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Think about this for a second. How many times have you held onto something so tightly that it drained your energy, left you frustrated, or even kept you stuck? A relationship that no longer serves you, a job that you know is unfulfilling, or an expectation you've placed on yourself that's now a burden. You try harder, push more, but nothing changes. Taoism has a simple yet profound answer for this. Let go. Welcome to today's video on the power of letting go, where we dive into ancient Taoist wisdom and discover how releasing control, surrendering to the flow of life, can lead you to true strength, peace, and freedom. If you've ever felt weighed down by life, stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to liberate yourself from what's holding you back. Let me start with a story from Taoist tradition that perfectly captures the essence of letting go. There was once a wise old farmer who lived in a small village. One day, his only horse ran away. His neighbors came to offer their sympathies. "Such bad luck," they said. The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returned, bringing with it a wild stallion. The neighbors were amazed. "What great fortune," they exclaimed. But again, the farmer responded, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's son tried to tame the stallion, but he was thrown off and broke his leg. "What terrible luck," the neighbors said. The farmer, unfazed, just said, "Maybe." A week later, soldiers came to the village, conscripting young men to fight in a war. Because of his broken leg, the farmer's son was spared. The neighbors congratulated him on his good luck. As always, the farmer said, "Maybe." The lesson here is profound. The farmer never clung to any outcome. He accepted what came his way without judgment. He understood that life, like the Tao, flows in cycles. What seems like a setback today could be a blessing tomorrow. What looks like good fortune could turn out to be a challenge. By letting go of the need to control, the farmer was free to flow with life. Taoist Principle 1. Release your grip on control. Like the farmer, we often try to control every aspect of our lives. We cling tightly to what we think we need, to people, to situations, to outcomes. But Taoism teaches us that life is like water, fluid, ever-changing, impossible to fully grasp. The tighter you hold, the more it slips through your fingers. Imagine you're carrying a heavy load, a bag full of worries, expectations, and desires. Every step feels harder, more exhausting. Now imagine setting that bag down, just letting it go. How much lighter would you feel? That's the power of letting go. By releasing your grip on control, you free yourself from unnecessary burdens. Taoism encourages us to be like water, adaptable, flexible, and unresisting. Water doesn't force its way through obstacles, it flows around them. It's powerful, not because it fights, but because it yields. This doesn't mean you stop caring or stop taking action. It means you take action, then trust the flow of life to take care of the rest. There's a story of a young Taoist student who set out to climb a steep mountain. With great effort, he climbed the first few miles, but as the slope grew steeper, his progress slowed. His hands bled, his body ached, but he refused to stop. Finally, he collapsed, frustrated and defeated. An older Taoist master who had been watching from a distance approached him. "Why do you suffer?" he asked. The student responded, "I have to reach the top. I must conquer this mountain." The master smiled gently. "You are fighting the mountain," he said. "You are treating it as an enemy. Instead of battling against it, become part of it. Flow with the terrain. The mountain will carry you." The student tried again, but this time he moved with the natural contours of the land. Instead of fighting each step, he flowed with the mountain's curves and eventually reached the summit with ease. The lesson? Letting go of the need to control often brings us closer to our goals with far less struggle. Taoist Principle 2. Detachment from the outcome. Taoism is not about giving up on your dreams or ambitions. It's about letting go of the attachment to how things should turn out. We often cling to one vision of success, one outcome we think will bring happiness. But by doing this, we close ourselves off to other possibilities. When you let go of being attached to the result, you allow life to surprise you. Think of the times in your life when things didn't go as planned, but turned out better than you could have imagined. That's the magic of detachment. When you're not fixated on one outcome, the universe can present you with new opportunities, often better than what you envisioned. A man once lost his job, a position he had held for years and thought he couldn't live without. He was devastated, convinced his life was over. But in time, as he let go of his attachment to that job, new doors opened. He found his true passion, something he never would have pursued had he clung to his old life. This is the power of detachment. It frees you to see the endless possibilities beyond your control. Taoist Principle 3. Embrace the present moment. The greatest gift of letting go is the ability to fully live in the present. When you're not tied to the past or anxious about the future, you can experience the richness of this very moment. Taoism teaches us to be like children, curious, open, and fully engaged with what is happening right now. How often do we miss the beauty of the present because we're so focused on what's next? By letting go, you allow yourself to be fully here, now. And in that presence, you find peace, clarity, and joy. Every moment becomes an opportunity to live deeply, to appreciate life as it unfolds. Letting go isn't a one-time event. It's a practice, a way of living. It's about learning to trust the flow of life, to stop fighting against it, and to allow it to guide you. The farmer in our story didn't judge the events in his life as good or bad. He simply allowed them to be, knowing that life would reveal its wisdom in time. Next time you feel the urge to control, to force an outcome, pause, breathe, and remember, true strength comes not from holding on, but from letting go. When you surrender to the flow of life, you align yourself with the Tao, with the natural order of the universe. And in that alignment, you find freedom. If this video inspired you to embrace the Taoist wisdom of letting go, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear this message today. Remember, life is a flow. When you let go, everything flows effortlessly. Let go, and watch your life transform.